was one of the few times they started fighting like this. They were like, he's like, I think I'm going to quit my job and try to start something. And, he goes, I was like, we just spent our whole life trying to get to a stable place and you want to quit. like, um, and at the end of it, she said, okay, I support you.
Do you remember that conversation?
Yeah, it was not a pleasant conversation. I remember I was 5 or 6. It was very,
Wow.
And, anyways, he went off and he started a new company, which obviously, then became one of the internet's biggest thing. And I just, every day after school, like, because my mom worked with my dad at the startup too, right? And so every day after school, my brother and my sister and I, we'd get dropped off from school to the office and we would just sit at the office till like pretty late night. And then we'd go home and like he had a video game system for us at the office. I would do my homework, we'd play games, and I'd sit in meetings. And
you saw your parents working every single day.
And you just literally watch them build these businesses from the ground up. It's funny, like my dad and I have recently started doing a lot of, interviews together because it's kind of been a fun, now that I've had a chance to do my, build my own businesses and whatever. And it's interesting. People often ask, they're like, well, did you ever feel, to him, they said, do you ever feel guilty, figuring out how to balance your work life and personal life? And his response, I always kind of stuck with me. He goes, you think about it, if you have a kid at home and you think that you're just coming home, you've been successful, you're hanging out on the couch, hanging out with them, you think you're getting quality time in. What the kid sees is, oh, we live a really comfortable life, and it's because my dad sits at home and watches TV and hangs out with me all day. And you wonder why sometimes these kids of these successful parents don't have that same drive and hustle. Well, they grew up thinking you get that lifestyle by sitting at home, hanging out. And there's actually some value in them seeing the hard work and the grit it takes